Not coincidences. It just has to do with how the atmosphere is behaving and the systems that exist in the atmosphere that will help to shift storms, etc. Let's take Erica, for instance, as an example, which is coming, pretty much coming out, except that it encountered a trough, low pressure, okay? And that acts as a kind of blocking feature. And so it could no longer, it had a rougher time coming, let's put it that way, to the west. And so it basically stretched down to Dominica. You understand? We have seen that a number of times over the years. It's not the first time either that we had a system that came close to us and stretched down to Dominica. Right? Remember something time ago, it just stood out there 50 miles outside of Antigua and it never came any further. Stretched north and south and eventually, I can't remember the name of it, but right? So that has happened pretty much. Once there's a blockage system, right? These are natural systems. They tend to take part of least resistance. And so if there's a trough in the way, right, then rather than try to, take on that feature, right, it will tend to see if you can find an easier path to go. And so it basically gets dragged down to the south, right? So that is basically what it had to do. You have a trough system, it could break, and if it breaks, then then that would no longer be a factor, right? You could have a break. The system itself could develop to the point where it fights against it, overpowers it in a kind of sense. You understand? So there are lots of variables that we have to contend with, and the uncertainties as well. Let's face it, meteorology is not an exact science, and so many times we try to make the public understand that the uncertainties and so on and what they are, right? So many times we come with a scenario, okay, this is it is coming towards, however there's a low west of the system, okay, and it could, if it cannot pass the low, then it will go to the south, okay, or go to the north. These are scenarios that we put out for the public. Many times the public doesn't really listen to it because there's a, hey, we just want to know, is it coming, are you not coming? The feature is there, right? But how the system itself is going to behave as per that feature, that is something, that is where the uncertainty comes in, right? Because we don't yet have intensity, storm intensity, how they intensify. The science doesn't have a good hand on that yet, okay? So if you have, for instance, go back to Gonzalo, we have an area of disturbed weather between Antigua and Guadeloupe, where this is going to intensify in a few hours and become a hurricane over Antigua. We don't have that yet. The science cannot deal with that yet. So even though the blocking feature is there, okay, how the system is going to interact with it, you don't know yet, because if it intensifies and becomes very huge, that might not be a factor.